This question is about interpreting data and drawing conclusions. So, students investigating changes in the number of residents in local authorities in the southeast region between 2001 and 2012. Scatter diagram shows the number X of residents in these local authorities in the age group 8 to 9 in 2001 versus the number Y of residents in the same local authorities in the age group 18 to 19 in 2011. Why might we compare these two groups? Well, it's the fact that they're going to be the same group of people essentially. So, words to that effect. Student notices that most of the data points are close to the line y equals x. Explain what this suggests about the residents in these local authorities. Of course, some of them are not. Basically, few people seem to have moved away. You could say there's not been much change or something like that as well. Student says that correlation does not imply causation. What it's saying is, what that means is that if things have a good correlation, which they do here, it doesn't mean that one affects the other. That is true. Just because you can get really high correlation, but it might be down to something else, not one thing affecting the other. So they say because it doesn't imply causation, there's no causal link between the values of x and the values of y. Explain whether or not they are correct. Well, actually, the answer here, just because correlation does not imply causation, doesn't mean that there isn't causation, actually. And in this case, there is possible causation because they are the same people. They are the same people. So in this case, there is a causal link. So if you had few people here in 2001, of course you wouldn't expect to have lots in 2011 because you'd have to have a large group of people move in, and that doesn't seem to have happened. So you can sort of see that the two link together. Hope you're happy with that. Anyway, it's quite a complicated one, this one, because normally you just learn that correlation does not imply causation, but this is actually kind of flipping it around and saying, yeah, okay, that's true, but yeah, there still can be causation. You just got to be able to justify it through other means, not from the scatter diagram itself. Okay, still got a bit to do. All these 1 markers. So some of these local authorities contain universities. On the diagram, well, above for us, circle 3 points that are likely to represent local authorities containing universities. Well, here's it's basically the ones that don't lie along the y equals x, and any of these 5 would be accepted. Now, these are the ones that jump out to me. You know what? I might circle that one, not that one, because actually it kind of follows the y equals x. So I'm going to circle all of those. You just need to circle some of them. They're the ones that don't have many residents, 8 to 9, but it jumps up when it's 18 to 19. It makes sense that people have just moved there for university. Give a reason for your choice of points. There are many more 18 to 19 year olds than 8 to 9-year-olds or something like that. I think you get away with it if you just say there's lots of 18 to 19-year-olds, but it's more about the the comparison, because this one, for example, has many of both. Finally, assume that the proportion of residents in age group 8 to 9 in 2001 was roughly the same in each local authority in the southeast. The local authority in this region with the largest population is Medway. I'm just going to read that again. Assume that the proportion of residents in age group 8 to 9 in 2001 was roughly the same in each local authority in the southeast. Okay. The local authority in this region with the largest population is Medway. On the diagram in the printed out booklet, clearly label M for which point corresponds to Medway. So what we're sort of saying is that maybe 10% of the whole population were 8 to 9. So which one of these has the highest population? And it's going to be this one, because this one here, I don't know why I'm circling it because it told me to write M by it. M, because that is the one with the most 8 to 9-year-olds. So it's going to, because they will have, we're assuming the same proportion, at this 10%, and overall this would have the highest population. Hope you're happy with that. Well done on quite a, not a particularly nice question, testing us on lots of things about interpreting scattergraphs and making justifications for it.